Hey, welcome back to the channel. Just another video on what's going on with this with the Phoenix. So basically what's happening today is the power steering pump. There's a series of oil leaks on this rig, from the engine, power steering, trans, even the diff leaks a little bit, but not too worried about that. It doesn't leak much. But so I thought I'd go for the big one first, and that is the power steering pump. So I've taken that out, and it's on the bench here. I've cleaned it up. So this is a pretty standard Chrysler pump. I think they pretty much covers all the Phoenixes. They have the same kind of pump in America, just obviously built differently to suit the left-hand drive. Don't really know what it's called. I think they sort of call them, they have like it's either going to be a large sector or a small sector steering box. So this is obviously going to be a large one. I think that's what the Phoenixes all ran. So I've got myself a kit. What it is this is pouring oil out of here somewhere. So I'm going to be pulling all that apart. I'll be taking this, I don't know, valve body almost, I suppose you'd say, out. There's a piston in here I'm going to be taking out and changing the ring on that. I'll be taking this out, changing the seal. It's not leaking out of here, but I'm just going to change it anyway. Gone this far, may as well use everything I can out of the kit without getting too carried away, of course. Yeah, so that's basically what this video is going to be about. But I'll just show you briefly the lengths I went to get this thing out. So it was sort of sitting down in there, very hard to get. So what I did was I ended up pulling, where's me skateboard, here it is. I'll just show you under the car briefly. I ended up pulling a torsion bar out, which, being the Mopar guru that I am, well, obviously not, this is my first one, I decided to pull the torsion bar out. You can see some of the oil leaks there. Yeah. Anywho, so pulled the torsion bar out. Steering box goes up in here. I did give all this no, it's not very good. Hang on, I got a torch here. Here we go. Yeah, I did give all this a clean up. That rocker cover seal is leaking heaps, and it's a leak on the other side as well. So it sits in there, which I'm gonna, oh, this torch is gonna give up on me. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna give that all a big clean up. I did give it a bit of a degrease and a spray down last night, but obviously needs a lot more. Yeah, so torsion bar goes there. Actually quite easy to take out, really. I mean, it took me a long time because I didn't know what I was doing, but good old YouTube to the rescue. So there's the bar itself. That just slides out. It mounts in there, so it just slides out. So I've marked the position of where that is meant to be. Upon doing all this, I've noticed this shock is absolutely rooted. I'll be ordering a set of those. I've just got to check out the rear shocks, because if they're bad I might just order a full set, which I'll probably just order a full set anyway, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, lower ball joints a bit on the loose and buggered side, but they're like $600 for a pair. But yeah, I'll see what I can do there. I won't rush into that off the bat. But yeah, so that's the story on that. So that was all day yesterday doing that job. So yeah, that was about as much fun as syphilis. But it was worth it in the end. Once I get this pump sort of to bits and resealed, it'll be a big load off my mind, because it was just the oil was just everywhere. So that'll be one of the major leaks stopped. So yeah, we'll get into this pull down, and I'll take you through how it goes. Righto, so to kick it off with, I'm just going to pull this pitman arm off. I haven't got a big enough spanner, so I've gone to the old nut fucker. I'll throw that on there, bugger everything up, which will be great. I've got this pitman arm puller. I'll throw that on and get this pitman arm off. Yeah, right. So I've already had a bit of a crack at this, and it is not too bad. Obviously a bit damaged with rocks and hammer blows and whatnot, but looks like it's going to work. Now, I'm not sure if this has, if this only goes on one way or not. So what I'm going to do, just in case it doesn't, is mark it. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it somewhere. Actually, looking at that, yeah, that'll be right. I did twist this and drain it all several times, but it's obviously still got fluid in it. So looking at this, for fuck's sake, looking at this, there is actually, it's a bit hard to see, but you might be able to bring it in here. There is a separate, one sort of wider thing there. So also only goes on one way, so that's good. I won't worry about that. What I will worry about is trying to deal with this transmission fluid, power steering fluid. Alright, well, I'll get this. I've never actually used this. I bought this and then didn't use it, so I've had it for ages. I'll see what I can get in the way of something on there. I'm not sure what size that's going to be. You would assume it'd be metric, being a modern piece of equipment. Good old 19mm. Yep. It's going to be quite difficult to do. So I'm going to put this in a vise and set it all up, so I won't bore you with those details. I'll bring you back in when I've got this moving at least. Might be a bit of a challenge. Alright, so without too much mucking around, I managed to get it moving. Yeah, just, oh, there it goes. Oh, well, that's sweet as. That's now come loose. Cool. Alright, well, that was easier than I thought. Yeah, as predicted, there's an extra wide bit in there, so it only goes on one way. I suppose most people probably already knew that, except for me, I suppose. Next thing is I'll undo this selector shaft cover. I'll get the tools. I'll pull this off first. I won't be able to pull it out until I pull this bit out. So, but I'll do it anyway. I'll have a bit of a look inside and show you what the deal there is. Alright, so I'm going to take this valve bit off where the oil goes in. This is actually adjust the center, return to center. These two bolts you loosen off, and this actually slides back and forth a little bit, not much, but just a little bit, and that's how you adjust your return to center. So what I'll do here is I'm going to put a mark so as I know where it goes. So as I know where to put it when I put it back together. Need to get a bit of a torch going. Tricky. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Yep. Yep. Okay, so it's a bit hard to see, but I can see it. A bit of a mark there. So I will now pull that bit off. All right. Oops. All right. So I'll just stick those back in and I'll show you. See how these holes are a lot bigger than what the actual bolts are. All right, so when you loosen these off, yeah, see there's actually a fair bit of movement in those, and that's actually designed to move. So what it is, I was watching where the guy starts a car up, he's put the end of the steering box back together, so I put it back in the car, and he starts it up, and the steering wheel just turns by itself just on the idle of the engine all the way left, and it's to do with how this is set. Obviously set that a bit too tight. Yeah, as to how this sits. So it'll be an issue that I'll have to yeah, so there we go. So it'll be something I'll have to do. So I've got that mark there now, so I should be right. This must have like some kind of spring under it or something. Alright, and it has. Alright. Oh yeah, so there's, so that's to do with the yeah. So that there'll be a seal for that, not that that's leaking. So that this is actually what you're adjusting. I don't know if you can see that, can you? This is actually what you're adjusting when you slide this back and forth. You're adjusting the neutral position of this switch, which that sits. It's a bit hard to see maybe. There's a plunger in there that acts in and out, which angles this, which is your left and right turn. And so when you move this up and down, you're adjusting the center point. So yeah. All right, so that should actually come out. Oops. There we go. So that comes out of there. Yeah. Alright, so there's the plunger that does the bizzo. That sits in here. And acts on the friction reaction plates that are in there. Cool. That spring also goes really hope I'm doing this right. Yeah, that looks about right. I'll just make sure that goes back together. Yep, right. Cool, so that's that. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this off. And we'll remove this plate here. Alright, so got a spanner here, 3/4. Yeah. That's come off pretty easily. Should have a 3/4. Nope, lost that ages ago. Okay, so that's going to turn, which I don't want to do because that's going to affect this. So all right. It's going to fight me right till the death. And still, it's going to fight me till the death. I'll go and get a screwdriver, be right back. Alright. Right. Okay, so there's seals on there as well. Oh, yep. There it is, sneaky little fella. So that obviously, oh yeah. Yeah, so that sits in there, or vice versa. Alright, so I believe, yeah, see this is, yeah, so this takes out your free play. This is adjust the, adjust your shaft. So yeah, that was pretty good. There was no slop there, so as long as I put it back with no slop, we'll be right. So yeah, right. Oops. Right. So I've got to undo this ring next. which I'll have a bit of a go at. I did have a bit of a go earlier, she's quite stubborn, but we'll persevere. As soon as I find the chisel I just put down. Let's try this the other way. Cool, got a bit of movement there now. A bit on the stubborn side. Now I believe that this just actually spins this whole hat off, but we'll have a bit of a look at that. All right, cool. So there's I think there's a seal in there. All right. So that's the inside of that. There's a groove there. I don't know if there's a seal in there or what. Looks like this looks. Sort of feel like there should be, but anyway. So this this bolt just sits in there, and that actually adjusts your your lash or your play, I suppose. So yeah, you can sort of see in there. Might be hard to see from there, but you've got your teeth that engage in that worm drive plunger piston setup. So we'll take that out of there, put this back in there. I'll just put it with that, and not having that seal. That must be there somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's my seal. I'll just put all that together so I don't muddle things up. Now I believe, here's where things get a bit ugly, because on my kit I don't have a set of bearings. So yeah, I really hope this comes out without buggering up the bearings, because I don't have any to replace it with. All right, and it looks like, oh no, they've all come out. Fuck. Oh, they've all come out. All right, we'll have to paint the backside. But there's the sector shaft. So that's the deal on that. I'll give that a bit of a wipe down. With a bit of luck, I can get those needle bearings, get a bit of grease and put them back in situ. I didn't want to be playing with those, but unfortunately, that's what I've been dealt. next part of the deal is I'll just leave those needle bearings in there for now. Now there's one of them. Yeah, this isn't going to be fun. Oh, they've come out of both. They've come out of both bearings. Oh, no, I'm just going to chuck that back in there for now, in all honesty. Okay, let's get this bit out here. Oh, that wasn't too bad. So this is where the leak was coming from. It was coming out of the top. So either out of this seal or there's a seal under here, I'm not too sure. Now this should all... great, now it's all there. This should... It's a bit crazy. Yeah, it should come out somehow. Alright, I'll try and get this bit out. It's obviously a bit stuck, so I'll bring this back in after that. Alright, so I managed to free this up. I just ended up sort of knocking it on the side of the bench on the edge here. And this has come free. So, here is the whole deal. So there's a seal on here, so this might help. This might be part of the reason for the leaks as well, which I want to replace. And then there's a piston here. Yeah, so these are your yeah. So that's the deal there. So that's your worm drive action. Hang on, we'll get this right out of here. So that's your worm drive action there, which I won't be touching that. And I believe that, is it this one? That must be the friction plates. So that must be the piston that your oil pressure goes to, and this is your shaft. This drives that shaft here that dictates your forward and reverse sort of scenario. So yeah, so that engages in there, and that's your, as you turn the wheel, this sort of assembly sort of moves, directing oil into here to push it down that way, or then to turn the other way. The oil comes through, pushes up here and pushes behind here, so you get your two movements. Don't know, so I get up to see is how that works. So it's all about directing the oil. A couple more needle bearings. So I've taken all the needle bearings out, so I put them in here. I'm hoping I can get all more back in. Might be pushing shit uphill, but it's going to be a very frustrating job. But yeah, that's basically how that works. So I'm just going to be changing these rings here, this big one here, which is rock hard. I'm hoping that's where the leak's coming from. And there's one seal at the front here, which I will endeavour to, yeah, there we go. So that's one of your reaction friction sort of plates. Oh, that's your load. Gee whiz. Oops. Anyway, so basically, so there's another seal in there. Oh no, that's your bearing pusher thing, friction sort of thing. So there's a seal there, which is odd because it seemed to just go there, but it seemed to just sit there. It's a bit odd. Anyways, that's what all that is. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to clean all this up. Obviously there's oil everywhere. I'll give that a bit of a clean up. We'll change some rings out, and then we'll get some reassembly happening. See if we can find some more needle bearings kicking around somewhere. Alright, so that was real quick. I found these spring clip pliers. They were right here. No, I haven't got any, so I'm just going to improvise with the old bend it and break it program here. So this will come flying out and hit me in the eye, which will be fun for everybody. Whoops. Oops. Maybe I'll need to find some. Right, I'll go and get a decent set of spring pliers, spring clip pliers. There's been a just an update. Well, I've had to update this power steering video, or butt into this power steering video with a storm update. We've just had a massive storm come through, sort of unexpected. It's literally just blown things to pieces. Yeah, I was inside doing the bit, as you know. This storm came through. We've had some bad weather lately. It's been pretty ordinary. But yeah, look at this. I won't name neighbour's yard there. The whole place has just been all come off those trees over there. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see the dog park. Old mate's front yard has been completely clean. Yeah, it's bigger than Ben-Hur. So I'd say this afternoon I'll be cleaning up the mess, and I'll get back to the power steering tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll get back to you. Just a bit more on the storm. Just to know the local dog park. We're sort of just over there where the blue car is. This is the local dog park, where you've got trees ripped out of the ground. Yeah, just complete carnage. Oh, this is the dog park. You can see the neighbour's fence there. It's just completely blown away. There's someone's trampoline in the dog park there. That fence is just completely blown away. Trees are down. Yeah. Alright, yeah, anyway, like I said before, I won't be able to carry on with that box. I'll have another go tomorrow. I think this afternoon will be all about cleaning up, so yeah. Alright, no worries, this time I really will see you tomorrow. See yous.